Hey everybody, and welcome to the Reelwind. My name is Taylor Lee. I am the lifestyle coordinator at Overture Buckhead South, and this video and these types of videos, the Reelwind, usually I will watch a movie and then I will kind of like do a review about the movie and kind of give my take on it, things to that nature. But this time I thought, why don't we do something a little different? I mean, after all, February's coming up, and that's the month of love. And I don't know, this idea just came to me, and before I knew it, I had a script ready and all these ideas, so here we are. So this month, I won't be doing the typical movie review, and I won't only be making one video. I'm gonna be making 8. That's right, you heard me, 8. So basically what I've done, or what I am gonna do for this month, is take these different movies and kind of analyze them in a different way. I'm not analyzing if they're good or if they're bad or mediocre or, you know, the general movie critic style thing. Instead, I'm going to be taking these movies and telling you what kind of love they display. At least in my opinion, anyways. And then I'll kind of give you a little bit of background on the movie and explain why I thought that that would be a good representation of that specific love. Obviously, I'm going to tell you the specific love and kind of give a general rundown of what that love is. I don't know about you. I mean, obviously, I knew there were different ways to love, and I knew that there were different like types of love, but through the research that I did, I found that there was like 8 typical categories, which I didn't know about. So I don't know, I just found it kind of interesting. So I guess we'll be going on this journey together. I'm gonna take my keys off so they're not making too much noise. Now I did, like I said, write up a script, and you know, I just like to have a good back and forth to you guys, almost like a conversation with friends or family or just really anybody. I like that it's kind of organic and natural like that. But because I did type up everything that I kind of wanted to touch on and say, this time I probably will be looking down a little bit more. Like I said, I have a little bit of a script. So I'm gonna do my best to like actually look at you while I'm talking. So please forgive me if I am looking down a lot. But I guess let's get into it. Okay, so the first movie that I picked, and by the way, I am showing all these movies at my property this month, so something to look forward to. But anyways, the first movie that I picked was Jack of the Red Heart. And personally, it is one that I really do like. And I do recommend that you watch it, but that's not why we're here. Let's get into the real reason. So the love type that I thought that this movie, again, Jack of the Red Heart, kind of portrayed is called filial love. That's P-H-I-L-I-A. So that's like an affectionate love. So filial and storge, those are 2 different types kind of, but they also kind of intersect in the sense that they both kind of involve love for friends, family, and community in general. So it's kind of defined as, again, filial love is defined as even though it focuses on those things, it's like important to remember, while storage focuses on familial I don't know what that was. Even though they intersect, however, while storage focuses familiar love and philia is defined by friendship and goodwill. So that's kind of the separate difference. But like I said before, they kind of intersect because it is dealing with the whole friends, family, and community aspect of love. So the thing with philia love is that it can be like when two people benefit from being together and they reap companionship and trust even if they're not related. That is the more form of friendship love defined by philia. Basically, friendship love. So, why I picked this movie. So, Jack of the Red Heart is a beautiful film that tells the story of two unlikely friends. We're introduced to Jack, who is a tough teenage runaway, who is doing her best to escape her parole officer. That's where we kind of meet her in the film. So to do that, she will need to use her conniving street smarts to create a new identity, or at least completely steal someone's to impersonate them anyway, which she does. It happens, though, that her new identity belongs to a young girl who is a trained caregiver. So because of her credentials, she is brought on by a family to care for their 11-year-old autistic daughter named Glory. Though these two young girls come from completely different life circumstances, they quickly form this bond. Actually, the entire family begins to bond with Jack, and despite her efforts, Jack starts to bond with them. Obviously, her deception comes to light. That's the struggle point of the film, but it doesn't take away from the love aspect, which is why we're talking about it. So, in the description of philia love, it talks about a strong intersect in the sense that involves love for friends, family, and community. So we watch as Jack softens herself, letting her defenses down, and learns to love in all three of these categories. She learns what it's like to have a family that loves one another, a friend that she truly cares for, and a community she wishes to call her own and turn into a home for herself. Basically, she's no longer running, but finding herself longing to take roots, which is like the complete opposite of what we saw her trying to do in the beginning. She is not looking out for herself anymore, basically, but instead she is looking out for those she has bonded with, which is also another difference. In the beginning, it was just all about her and what she can, do just for herself. Like, nobody else really mattered. She didn't have any roots, bonds, nothing. So she wasn't tied down to anything, but now she's finding those ties. The description of philia also says that this type of love is when two people benefit from being together and reap companionship and trust, even if they are not related. So we get to see how Jack benefits from Glory and her family, but we also get to see how Glory and her family benefit from Jack. These relationships really bring mutual benefits for everyone involved and honestly help their lives for the better. And we get to see that process. there is this representation of companionship and trust that exude from the quick bonds these characters create. And honestly, it is a very beautiful thing, in my opinion. It's something that we don't see very often, or at least we don't get to see from an outsider's perspective on things. So I think it's something that we can kind of all relate to in a way, but also it's one of those things that is a very special bond and a very special forming of that bond. And sometimes those situations are very far and few from in between that we get to experience. So it's very nice, especially in today's world, to kind of like see just something so good-natured and loving and caring happening between other people, regardless if they're fictional or not. It just kind of conjures up that thing inside of us. So even though they started the film being a family and a complete stranger, they like ended the film. They ended it being one family unit. Like, they were no longer two separate things. They all like intermeshed with one another and kind of became each other's people. So like Jack ended up also finding herself when she wasn't even looking, and on that journey gained all the things she secretly longed for. She found friendship, family, and most importantly, love. The biggest thing being love and being loved for who she is, like her flaws and all. And I think that that's something that also goes with this kind of love, filial love. It's because it is something that's between friends, family, and community. It's kind of like we all are accepting each other for who we are. And sometimes we can't even accept ourselves for who we are. So, I don't know, it's just something to think about. Like, I just thought it was really nice seeing this girl who ultimately came from nothing. Like, she was a runaway. She obviously didn't feel like anybody really cared about her. She wasn't tied down to anybody. We see that character completely do a 180. Like, all of a sudden, she finds herself wanting to be part of something bigger than just herself. And she starts actually finding herself caring for other people and wanting to be tied to them. And in the end, ultimately really sacrificing herself for the better of this newfound friendship and familial sort of relationship that she gained in the process. Again, I really, really recommend this movie. It's a really nice movie. I remember watching it a long, long time ago, but it's one of those things that just really sticks with you. So yeah, I totally recommend that you get the chance to watch it. And if you are at Overture Buckhead South, then you have the opportunity to. So I guess that's like my first little video for this month on movies and love and whatnot. Next time I will be talking about Felicia. Pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. That kind of love. It's self-love. And I think the movie for that one is If I Stay. So be on the lookout for that one. Again, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. If you would like to see videos and other content like this or similar, be sure to check out our YouTube channel if you haven't. You can click on that link below too, or type in, I believe, #ActiveAdult, and you can see a lot more. If you are not subscribed, again, click the subscribe button below and you will be notified every time we upload a new video, so you can continue to get awesome content just like this one, or even better, let's be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, that is the Reelwind. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.